What's going on YouTube? I got another clip. I want y'all to watch how Sotomayor spit these facts and expose this delusional woman and makes her leave the panel. So I want y'all to watch this. Here we go.
Yes.
Checkmate.
What did you check?
He said that if you were saying they were all good and you said you stayed longer.
Then you should have. You said you stayed longer than you should have.
Just because they are, we just had this conversation.
You tolerate things you did not like because you liked them.
You felt they were good, yes.
Let's say we say, hey man, you're gonna pick better now. You're gonna pick the best guy, the most educated, the most purposeful. What is it that most women you believe, or what are you changing it about yourself to be the woman that this man wants? What are you?
Right.
What did you work on yourself?
So what is
that you worked on?
Right. So my maturity, my emotional response in relationships, not taking everything so personal, not, looking for a reason to be negative. Like whatever I felt I could have done better in my previous relationships, I assess that and I change it. You know what I mean? Maybe not just conclusions. I mean, I don't know. It's about self-reflection. Whatever it is that I could have done better in the last relationship, I make sure I change that for the next person because I don't want to take any baggage or drama from the previous relationship. I'm not going to punish the new person from being hurt from the last, And I have been through situations where it could taint someone, you know what I mean? And be reckless in relationships moving forward. But I don't allow one situation to taint my view for men overall. So I'm going to move with love. I'm going to make sure that I hold myself accountable and I'm able to, if I find that man, that I'm mature enough to not fumble the blessing.
So you're conceding that you weren't a good woman as well. Most of these women weren't good women as well when they were dealing with these guys.
I'm sure there are times where women were not good partners. Sure, there have been times where I have not been a good partner.
Mm-hmm. But this is the thing that's just problematic all the time, Jazz. None of these women said they're going to cook more, they're going to cooperate more, they're going to have sex more, they're going to improve their whole quality of a woman for this man they're about to get. It's always higher expectation, it's higher standards, and then when they can't find that man anymore, they still are complaining about the men, and they'll talk bad and they still bashing men. For instance, if you truly believe that, in my opinion, you would say, "Hey, ladies." It's the way you're picking these men. It's the man you rewarding. It's the man you giving your cat to. It's the man you'll won't give no attention to because every time they trying to love you and settle down with you, you want to go after these men that don't even like you. So it seems like you're still pursuing these no good men and you're still waiting for the high value guy that will actually pursue you. But most of those guys still won't because you've already lost your value typically and you don't want to go the extra mile. You don't want to compete and you don't want to chase these men anymore that deserve chasing because you already overlooked them. So if he meets you and go, hey, just accept me as I am. I did God's work. I'm in church now and I had therapy. I'm a good woman for you. Would you tell your son to believe that?
I'm sorry, Ali. I kind of lost what you were saying. Y'all know I'm slow.
If you gave your best to the guy that didn't like you, how can we expect you to give your best to a guy you didn't even like, and now you've changed your standards for a different type of guy? Your type you give your best to, and he didn't like you, and now we're supposed to expect that you about to give your best to a guy that wasn't even your type, that now you're going to settle with.
So you're saying that I gave my best to the wrong person, so I shouldn't try to give my best to the right person?
How do we expect you? Most women typically don't. I'll give you an example how. On these balloon shows that Fatty was
showing. You shouldn't expect anything. Expectations always lead to disappointment.
On these balloon shows, on these balloon shows that Fatty be playing, most of these women already got 2-3 kids, about 2-3 baby daddies, and they meet a childless man who has no kids, that desires a family. Oh, I ain't having no more kids.
Facts.
So you gave the man that you didn't like, that was your abuser, that was a cheater, that was a liar, that was a broke man, your children, the best thing he can get is a family, and you meet this man, and they already got daddies, and I don't want any more kids.
Hey, listen.
The Russell Wilson in the future situation. Future got the prime years, the baby and all that, and Russell Wilson has to be the stepdaddy and go to the church with her while she's working in front of everybody and all that shit. He's not getting the best of her. Future got the best of her.
Listen, nobody is putting a gun to y'all head to date single moms. There are plenty of women out here without children. You do not have to play that role. If
you just said though, you kind of moving the goalposts. You got to say.
Trailer for my new film, The Breadwinner, starts now.
Moms have goalposts. You got to say. So what they just said.
Melanin.
Wait, you said what?
You're
She
moving
said you're moving
the
the
goalposts.
goalposts.
Move the goalposts again. On 3, fellas. 1, 2, 3, push.
What?
Okay, so you're saying we should stay on the topic of the woman that did have 3 or 4 kids and now is saying no more. There's literally nothing we can do about that.
Listen,
There's a bigger
we
picture of
have
what
to.
he's saying.
Tommy still has to prove himself. Damien.
No,
always
you
has
don't.
Can I finish? Can I finish? Fatty always has to prove himself. The worst
you
of
don't.
today's women literally would say, I have nothing to prove to you. So it sounds good on the surface, but most of these women say, ladies, you have nothing to prove to these men. But you're supposed to prove to them that you're no longer the previous woman that you were years ago, and this new woman will do anything that it takes to be with the man that actually is attracted to her.
So all I'm saying is if you have to like go and jump through hoops to prove yourself to somebody, that sounds like a misalignment in the
There you
first
go.
place.
There you go. No, it's not. It's showing that you're showing this
Exactly.
person your worth. You're showing them that you truly will work for them.
No,
and that
no,
you
no, no.
desire them.
Yeah,
Let me finish that. Most of these men right here, the most attractive thing a woman can do is be vulnerable. It's to say I need you. It's to say I desire you. It's to say that I value you. Not to go, I ain't got to do the damn thing to show you my.
Okay, so that's
it as it
different. Okay, what? Okay, maybe I'm getting it wrong. Y'all know I'm slow. I have poor comprehension skills. I'm a very dumb person. So just talk to me like I am the dumbass that y'all think I am, okay? So when I hear prove yourself, right? I hear I'm trying to show a person that isn't interested in me why they should be interested. What you just said was I'm showing up as the person that I am. I want to consistently show up for you because there is a mutual interest here. And based on how I show up for you, you're going to determine if I'm worthy to be with you or not, right?
Okay,
so
right.
if we're mutually interested, we're showing up for each other in the same way. We're making time for each other. We're consistent with each other. That's not proving yourself. That's us showing up for each other because there's mutual interest. When I hear proving yourself, it sounds like I'm trying to get this person to like me, even though he's not showing no interest. So that's where I got it confused. If that's not what y'all meant,
I'm asking. If I was a man, I just want to say, just real quick example, Fatty. If I say, hey, Jazz, I'm no longer interested in chasing a lot of women. I'm no longer a womanizer. I believe in God now. I don't put my hands on women anymore, and I'm not kissing any more dicks. Would you believe a guy?
I wouldn't have no interest in that.
That's my point.
So let me go.
You can't be kissing dicks around me.
No, but that's not it. And let me go. I just want to say something in
You
5
put
seconds.
all that in there.
It's just a minute. Yes. I'll leave 1 second.
No.
Hey, Jess, this is what we're saying, right? Imagine that me, Tommy, and Ali are spenders. Since we were 18 to 31, we would flexing on women, having money guns in the cash apps, flying them out to Rio. All like every time you see us, we're spending money on the woman we're dating. And now you're my future wife at 31, and I say, I changed.
Yes.
I don't spend money on women anymore. So before you put a ring on my finger, I'm not paying for dates. I'm not paying. You are going to pay for my gas. You are you would look at that man crazy. You'd say, damn,
and I would have a choice if I want to deal with that or not.
No. We know, but what you'll do would be, hey, how do you do all these things for men that you claim you never like, for women that you claim you never like, sending cash apps, flying them out, giving expensive gifts, and me that's supposed to be the woman of your life, my future wife, now all of a sudden, now you are penny pinching, and now you are a responsible fiscal man that doesn't even want to pay for dates. No, 1 second, Jess. All of woman and man would be like, bro, are you serious? So you go spend all this money on these hoes and all this shit, and now the woman that is the mother of your kids or is going to be your wife, now you penny pinching. That will show that you actually are retracting the value that you have. You did all these things for these people, and all of a sudden, if I'm the most special person, all of a sudden you are not bringing the same value. So it's just that just because you change and just because now you know better, that doesn't change the fact that what Lee's saying is that you gave the best of years of your life or the best ability you got to men that you claim you didn't like, and now I have to pay an extra price for something that is not giving me the same thing as those men got. It's just
Okay,
that.
but
Lately, DirecTV's been showing some major range. With genre packs like My Entertainment, you get a collection of channels and apps that fit your taste. And your wallet. Finally! TV that won't break the bank, but might just steal your heart.
Amanda, this is not my real hair.
I knew that.
These potatoes aren't really from Idaho. And my name's not Doug, it's Chad.
Where are the potatoes from? Goodbye, Doug.
It's Chad, actually.
Always look for the grown in Idaho seal.
confused. Y'all saying, are we doing things for men we don't like?
Tommy, you can reply and then Tommy can get in and interrupt. Go ahead.
Okay, I feel like y'all saying two different things. 1 minute is you doing it for people you don't like. Then it was you're doing it for people who were not good to you, right? So if I'm doing something constantly for somebody I don't like, I have a problem. If I'm paying cash apps, if I am buying gifts, and you just said I'm doing all these things for people I don't like, that makes no sense. No. Why would I? Wait a minute.
No, Jazz. 1 second, Jazz. You claim you don't like. You claim you don't like your baby daddy.
If I claim I don't like these men, and I am doing things for these men, something ain't right.
Yes, but that's the point. That's what we're saying. If Prison Bay don't have to have a job and you are sucking his dick and going out with him and doing all these things, and then you meet the guy that is your husband and you say, you have to have a job and have 6 figures and you have to be tall and you have to be responsible. What we're saying is that you are giving your best years to men that you claim you never liked and never did nothing for you. And now that you meet this guy that is capable, reliable.
Did he break?
Yeah, trouble.
Yeah, I think he froze.
This is what he's saying, Jazz.
No, but wait, no. Before I forget this, wait, no, Ali, no, because I need y'all to understand how y'all are conflating two different concepts. If I'm doing something, doing something for somebody that doesn't like you is unrequited love, right?
No.
Okay. But you're okay. Okay, but
Let me just clarify so you can respond to it. Let me clarify. Let me just clarify.
Wait. No. Because what he's saying is, I was doing something for somebody that I claim I didn't like. I was doing something for somebody I claim I didn't like. I was doing something for somebody I claim I didn't like. That means something is wrong with me. Because why would I be doing something for somebody that
you like
I
him.
don't like?
Because you are lying. Because you like him. Right. You just claim means I'm claiming. Hey, Jazz, please.
When do I claim that I don't like them?
Jazz, you have to listen. If you ask me, Fetty, do you like hoes? I don't love these hoes. And every time you see me, I'm outside with hoes, spending on hoes, taking picture with hoes, posting with hoes. I'm just claiming I don't like them, but I actually do. And then when my woman comes around, I don't spend money anymore because I change. Wait, so you spend money on hoes that you claim you don't like, but me that you say you like, me that is the mother of your kids, me that is going to be your wife, now you don't want to spend money? That's crazy.
Facts.
That's what Ali is saying is you're going to give everything to these guys you say you don't like and that are assholes, like the woman says, and when you get exhausted of these jerks, now you go to a guy that you are willing to probably do half of the things you did just because... technically and respectfully, the man that most of y'all women married is not the man of your life. Is not the man that you think on the back of your head that you remember. Most of these men are security plans. Most of these men are retirement plans. They are not the genuine guy that you like. Oh my God, I still remember. And this is what we're saying. The good guy, the responsible guy, is getting the short end of the stick, while the guy that is popular, the guy that gets bitches, the guy that has money is getting the best of you. That's what Tommy was saying. Tommy was doing
I get that, but...
Real quick, guys, real quick. That was a great analogy that Fatty just gave. And that is what we're seeing time and time again. I already just said it the last time I stopped video. This completely ties into what I just said about a couple minutes ago. But Fatty's right. And Jazz is acting like, I hate when Jazz does this. Oh, I'm just a stupid girl. Like, don't do that. Just beat his talk, beat what he's saying. Don't try to be passive aggressive.
I'm saying this, I'm not...
Jazz, 1 second. Tommy was doing threesomes with a woman She deemed Tommy valuable, so she did a threesome with him. And to the guy that she doesn't like as much or she didn't business as well, I don't know one night stands. You are doing like you are selling for the sick people and you are selling for the hospital. Like you are giving yourself to the sick people and then says, I don't like these people. I like the people inside of I like the ill people, the people in the hospital. You can be doing both, okay? Or you can be doing both, but if you do both, you have to claim both. Don't come around and say, I don't do that shit, when most of y'all either still doing it or did it at some point. Let's get Tommy, and then everybody has a chance to reply. Go ahead.
That's what I was saying. Men don't have that ability to sit up there and tout what we used to do for another woman or other women, and then tell this woman she should take less and give more. No one would listen to this, but men have to literally listen to this. And as Ali was pointing out, then the women, when they decide they have matured, then they'll talk about these other women who are doing exactly what they did and say, well, that woman hasn't matured. They haven't matured yet. Well, what are you talking about? She's doing what you were doing. So apparently all of y'all have to go through this stage. If it's that common that you can call them out, that they haven't matured yet, that is an odd thing that we can't talk about them now because, well, they haven't matured. We point them out and we see them, well, they haven't matured. Not that they're just doing something that seems to be very common. Then we talked about that word when you said prove. That's scary. When you hear women say certain things, she said, when I think of the word prove, I think it means you're doing something for someone that's just not interested. Shador Sanders has to prove that he can be the number one quarterback for the Browns. He's not doing it for a team that ain't interested. My daughter had to prove that she could get a car when I got her a car, that she would be responsible. I wasn't not interested in getting her a car. Men understand that prove doesn't mean in any kind of way of the thing you're doing it for is not interested. I would prove to a woman, to me, I think that woman would be worth being with. If I had to prove to her that I was stable, that I was ready to be in a relationship with her, that I valued her, and that I could provide for her. Why wouldn't I have to prove that? As a matter of fact, before I suck your dick, Tommy, let me get that STD test. I'm going to need to see it. That's proof.
Checkers and Rally's new Pretzel Pupster $5 combo does date night right. Over a quarter pound of beef and beer cheese.
Let me get that STD test. I'm going to need to see it. That's proof. Oh, you weren't interested in me if I got to prove it. But that doesn't make any sense. No one in the world thinks that that's what prove means. But that's what the young lady just told y'all. When I
told you I'm the biggest dummy, so.
I'm just saying, so you said
my
it. My
comprehension skills are so in the gutter, so you're right.
I understand. So that's why I was speaking.
Right.
But you have to notice, when you spoke and were not having very good comprehensive skills, you got to do it.
I was displaying
No, you got to do it. So now I'm cleaning it up. So I got better comprehensive skills. So a person with less comprehensive skills than I got shouldn't be cutting me off. They should let me just speak. Because your comprehension skills ain't very good. So you shouldn't be saying nothing to somebody who don't have that problem.
Being slow again.
I don't have that problem, lady. So just mute yourself. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. Mute yourself, miss. I don't know what prove means. Mute yourself. Jesus Christ, you get to be dumb, and then when somebody ain't as dumb as you keep talking? I didn't do that to you. Now let's go back. When we're talking about relationships, you hear this thing about women. Women don't change. They expect you to change, though. Women will bring exactly what they brought to everybody else. That's why when you hear them talk about men, it's the type of men, and these men need to be, evolved and be better. But like Ali said, well, they don't really tell you about what they're bringing or what they changed or how they've been different. And this is the place where you see it most, fellas. When young women give out they pussy to Tom, Dick, and Harry, then get older and now have become respectable and more evolved women because they pussy looking like roast beef meat now. They more evolved now. They didn't get mad at the dude who they ignored first, who was in his 20s with you. Now he's in his 30s and 40s. They online complaining, these men won't date women age appropriate. You ever notice that? See, they're complaining you don't want them now that y'all are still the same age in your 30s and 40s. But they keep forgetting that when they was in their 20s, They was just slanging they pussy and being irresponsible. Well, when I get in my 30s and 40s and I got money, like I am now, you know who I don't date? Motherfuckers my age. Do you know why? Because I can get a fresh piece. I can be the guy that you used to fuck. You used to go around, running around, fucking the older guy. Now your pussy old and you want me to sit in and take care of it. Like Fatty said, they want a retirement plan. They're not asking for the guy at my age now. They're not asking for the guy they was hot for. You know how many girls who, when I was in college or high school, that were not interested in me, who then came back to try and talk to me in their 30s and 40s, and bitch ain't shaped. I had them laughing the other night. I said, it's girls I used to want to fuck in high school that I wouldn't touch with a stick right now. I said, women age like milk. These motherfuckers is fat, several necks, several different kids. Like a 40-year-old woman, it just ain't the lick. It just ain't the lick. So they get mad at men for saying, now that I'm in position to be just like the guy you wanted, which was wanted, valued, sought after. You know what I'm going to want? The same thing if you marry me, you going to want. Because I guarantee you ain't going to want that old ass car you driving that you got in a relationship with me in. I guarantee you ain't going to want that shitty purse you was wearing, those shitty shoes. You going to want to upgrade your car, upgrade everything in your life. That's what you think I'm supposed to provide for you. But I'm supposed to accept hand-me-down. I'm supposed to accept a car with so many miles on it I can't even get insurance. That's what I'm supposed to accept. Well, no, I'm going to go back and get me a young one. And that's why they're online complaining about men dating young women. Oh, Shannon knew better than that. Well, when you was that age, you was fucking with a nigga that had money like Shannon. You was doing the same damn thing. When I was in high school, the chicks was fucking the drug dealers. The drug dealers was in their 20s. The chicks was in their teens. You hear the story from